What's happening, Dangerlings? It's the Danger Master here. The episode you are about to hear, I don't know, we haven't recorded it yet, but it's the first one in a long while that we've recorded because we did a big batch record on the last one, so we haven't been together in the same room in a while, so I imagine it's gonna get a little bit off the rails, so I hope you enjoy it. Other fun stuff that is happening on the network at the moment: if you are a £5 and up patron, you will have access to our brand new adventure Shattered Sanctuaries, which is out now for patrons. It's a 3-part adventure. We recorded it at PaizoCon Europe with Band of Badgers, and if you're a fan of Sick Wolf, if you're a fan of Brimbone, of Ed Johnson, if you missed the old Yanderhoff, this is a chance to meet those characters again off on a totally new adventure. So that's on the Patreon right now. £5 gets you access to that and gets you access to all the other stuff as well. I'm going to stop telling it to you now because you know where the good stuff is. Let's get some more good stuff. Here's the episode.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Get them to follow us out into the street and then go running back in and get the gems.
We're not putting innocent lives in danger, Drummond.
I look at Philop. I think maybe to use them as a sacrifice.
You just see Bubba come running out of the doors on fire.
It's a phoenix! It's a phoenix!
Sacrifice, Philop!
Bubby.
Let's try expeditious excavation.
It falls into the pit.
Yeah!
The adventure continues now.
We are rolling.
Oh my goodness.
That's exciting. And
that's it.
We are in person.
We're here. We're in the same room.
We assembled.
Oh my goodness. Right, let's get this done first of all before we get into the proper business. Okay, Drum is not here today, Dangerlings. He's not well. Send him your best. That's all we're going to talk about on it. He's going to be all right, but we just got to get an episode down. Get well soon, Drum. We love you.
Get well soon, Drum. We love you.
We love the man.
I'm wearing my Sick Wolf t-shirt for you.
Yeah, now that is a point. That Sick Wolf t-shirt. 2 Sick Wolf t-shirts around the table tonight. I was going to wear mine, but I knew that Dan would wear his.
I'm wearing my talc for you, Drum.
Well, it's just a general.
And I'm drinking peanut punch.
And I made chili. Drum. So just for you, yeah? I'm going to save it. Doesn't matter how long it's going to be before I see you. I'm going to save it, yeah? It's going to be rotten. It's going to be...
Colin and Ross already ate the leftovers.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah. Okay, well, sorry, Drum.
No,
that was Ross's fault.
Although Ross was disappointed you didn't have any gone-off yogurt to have with it.
Yeah.
So,
there was some sour cream out there. I mean, it was oat sour cream, but...
Isn't that literally what gone off yogurt is?
Pretty much. Oat sour cream.
Yeah, it's made from oats.
Gone off oats?
No, but I thought oats lasted forever or some such.
Oats last forever.
Yeah, forever.
Oh, we're a person down. We're in the same room. We're full of chili and oats. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Hey-o! Weren't they an incredibly successful music duo? Chili and oats.
I can't go for that. No.
Chili, I'm afraid I'm going to team you up with Hall. Why?
Chili.
Yeah. And then,
You miss me.
It's a literal chili.
Yeah, of course.
You'll kill for this, oats.
I'll burn you.
Oi.
Sounds like a goblin.
Oi, who knows how to play Viking?
Sorry.
Yeah. Oi.
Viking chess.
Yeah, Viking chess.
You lot are well away from your mics. You're not used to this, are you?
Otherwise known as Hanafatafel.
There we go. That's nice. Thank you.
Hanafatafel.
Oh,
That's right.
a lovely word.
Did I stutter? Hanafatafel.
I'm not sure.
I might have mocked the person who taught me Hanafatafel when I was away by calling it Laffy Taffy, which is a very obscure joke. I'm sure Colin gets.
Yeah, I do actually. It's a fun song.
You would, yeah.
That Laffy Taffy.
But it's not Laffy Taffy, it's Hanaffle Taffle, and it's like chess, except the entire... You play on 4 sides.
Whoa.
So
okay.
You've got a gang in the middle with 1 king, and then on 4 other sides is the 1 other player. So they're in control of 4 teams that are all trying to get your king, and you've got to get your king off the corner before they get your king.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Did you lose?
That does sound cool, yeah.
Did you lose?
Did I lose? Yeah, the first time I played, Ross. Yeah, because it was the first time I played. You know the second time I played, you know what happened?
You lost?
I won, Ross. I won. I had help from 2 other people, but I was off my mind on drugs. But I won, and that was the important thing. Okay.
No one's turned the timer. We are out of practice, Dangerlings.
Get it flipped over. All right, this episode's going to be an hour and 3 minutes.
We never established who was the flip turner.
James. It was always James. James.
It was because the pink matches my eyes.
I would blame Drum, but he's not here.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Drum was never the flipper tipper.
He wasn't a flippy tip.
He can't remember his own character sheet, let alone
That flippy tippy. That flippy tippy. This is turning into like a southern rap song. I love it. Yeah,
I'm on board with it. I'm good with it.
You're on board with it, are you?
I'm on board with it.
You went well Southern English there. You went, I'm bold.
Bold with it.
I'm bored with it.
So we're
You do
That's going to happen again, isn't it? Yeah,
Tell you what, I haven't
Thompson.
missed that. That's the second time Thomas has kicked me stand.
We're getting used to like a new recording. So with this our new studio, isn't it? Called
Danger Towers 4?
New studio.
4.0.
4.0. Yeah. They were in the new flat. It's good, isn't it? It's all right. It's cozy.
Yeah.
It's the new flat in the old area, isn't it? So it's the new old flat.
New flat, old area. Yeah. Although it's not the old area.
It's not the old area. No, that's true.
Nah, the old
That's
area.
south of the river, mate. I'm not going south of the river. Oh, no, mate, not going south of the river.
Ross, why haven't you got the dice that everyone else has got? Why have you got your own stupid metal dice? They're really hard to get out of this phone.
These are my cyberpunk dice that are for not a cyberpunk game.
Are these how are they cyberpunk? Are they
neon greenish.
Augmented?
Yeah.
Are they constantly rainy?
Yeah.
Do they smoke a lot?
Polluted.
Do they eat ramen?
Yeah.
Do they hate corpse? Do they fight the corpse, Ross? Do these dice fight the corpse?
Do they say poetry?
Do they trade in new yen?
Yeah.
Do they?
One of the D10s might actually be a D8, but they never actually reveal it during the movie. It's just left hanging.
Just to keep you talking.
It's just hinted at.
Yeah.
Should we play some Pathfinder? Can we even remember what was going on in this fight?
5 sludges. You shoot one with an arrow, they split. 1 sets you on fire. 3 make you poorly. 1's in a bin, but that Shania made. A monkey got acid on. Fulton's running the wrong way. Velda might be running a right way. It's Bubba's turn next.
Yeah.
And me and my girlfriend are on fire.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
I tell you what, that sounded like the most complicated children's rhyme to remember stuff. You know, when it's just sort of like, it's just like, wow, that's okay, yeah.
I remember listening back to all the recent episodes that we put out, because we did them as a big batch and put them all out. And I remember going home from that record thinking like, fucking Drummond dropped everyone in it, didn't he? With that Shania, with that opening all the doors, like that was such a crazy thing to do, and it's made it really hard. And then I listened back to the episodes, and it's Fulton. It was Ross's idea to open all the doors at once.
It was Ross all along.
It's funny because we were talking about this a little bit early in the evening, and we were talking about Fulton's behaviour in the earlier episodes, and you said, what did you say, Ross?
It's sometimes when I'm not listening. So
well, that's actually incredibly honest. You said that Fulton had matured.
Oh yes,
he's matured, and also
he's matured like
a strong vegan cheese.
Yeah,
yes,
like a shoe cheese,
and like a strong vegan cheese, it will open all the doors.
Yeah. Hey, I thought it was like, you know, one of those things where you open the door, you pull the lever, both the levers at the same time, and then the thing goes around, and then you go in the thing.
You win the game, basically.
Yeah.
It's the trick, the puzzle is done.
In
finished.
A fairground. That's fairground logic. It's carnival
also,
logic.
That's a really
Fulton's king of the carnival, so
he wasn't paying attention because he's looking for the funny mirrors that make you look all bloppy and tall. And
it's a real shit puzzle as well, isn't it? Pull these 2 levers at the same time.
What is he trying to make us do?
I don't understand.
No, you don't. let's alternatively pull them. Let's pull the lever off.
But hey, we opened 2 doors.
We did.
And we had to deal with it.
I've got to say, Velda, he didn't say anything, so it's bet on me, but he did at the time think, it's not a good idea. But he didn't say anything. So
classic Ken Blight hindsight, that is.
Well, it was more like, I don't know, that's a wise plan, but it already happened by that point.
Oh, and Velda, it's not wise.
abandon evil.
I just want you to know.
Abandon good. Oh, smash everything.
Smash your jugs.
You had a couple of real good moments towards the end. You had Velda's massive spell crit on the sludge, which was pretty cool. And turns out you can't actually prepare a 2-action spell. We didn't know that. I don't think it matters that much. And anyway, you could have delayed your turn and done it anyway, so it's fine. And then Shania, with after going through every spell in her spell book to try and decide which one to do, goes for expeditious excavation, digs a hole underneath the fuming sludge, and has dropped it into a little pit, which is just wonderful. So, shall we dive back in there and see if you can bring this home? This is the third game that we've been on this combat.
Okay.
This is a heck of a combat. It's 2 combats at once. Let's be honest. Let's see if we can get it done in one.
perfect timing, quick time out. For some reason, my spell sheet's like, you haven't cast anything. And it's like, I did. What did I cast?
Oh, it doesn't matter, does it?
Was it lightning bolt? No, because I need to know what spell I cast. Because I cast something
You've
that
definitely cast a sudden bolt, and you've definitely cast a fireball.
It was fireball that did the massive damage, wasn't it? That's fine. Okay. That's cool, because I've got... Yeah.
That's fine.
Is anyone getting like a fluttering?
Yep. It's Scott's pipe.
Let's do it. Okay, so we're in the room. Let me recap just for the listeners where everything is. You guys ran back out into the courtyard outside of the vault. You are currently, Velda and Fulton are right down the other side of the courtyard. They're running for opposite doors. Philippe's hiding in a wagon. And then up to sort of the northern end of the courtyard, you've got Caragor, Shania and Bubba all standing kind of fairly close around the Fuming Sludge, which is down in a pit. And then you've got the now 4 green sludges, the Verundus oozes that make foliage and moss and things come crawling up out of the ground. They're all swarming out of the vault towards you. Most of them are in the vault at the moment. There's one out in the courtyard. So Bubba, it is going to be your go next. What you can see Caragor, you can see Shania standing there. As Shania is standing there, a glob of kind of like alchemical mess fires out of the hole that she's just created as she's burying this thing in there. It fires out and just knocks her back onto the floor. She's down. She looks like she's breathing. She's all right, but she's down. She's not going to be helping out right now.
Okay.
Convenient. There is also one of the green oozes is just coming out of the vault over to just ahead of you. So you've got 2 oozes in the courtyard, both of them relatively close to you, about 10 to 15 feet away from you. But you know there are more green oozes coming out of the vault soon.
There's more coming.
There's
all
more
right.
coming. So at the moment, in terms of what the team is doing, Caragor is Caragor was running, but is probably slowing down now that Shania's running. Shania's down. Fulton and Velda are running away. And what would you like to do?
We could just check in about what the F we are doing, because there's nowhere backwards to go as of now, is there?
No.
We can't keep going backwards, and we were just going to run away and leave them to it.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. We can. There is the exit onto the street.
We were talking about just shutting the doors, but then they can get under the doors, can't they? So
they can get under the doors. It would just take them a long time again, so we'd have time to prep stuff. The only thing is I'm obviously getting close to them. They've all got auras. We get close to them, we get set on fire, and nasty things start to happen. So we want to stay at range, right? However, we know that arrows don't work; they just split them. Do they lose? We fought them for a while now. Do they lose HP when they split?
So when they split, they evenly split the hit points among the 2 new ones. So it doesn't do any damage to them; it just splits the hit point pool. Which, like we talked about, I think if you're trying to split them into a load of them with low hit points, and then have Velda fireball the whole bunch of them, that can be quite a good way of doing it. The trouble is, by the time you've done that, they've got so many actions that you might just get overwhelmed by them, because they all hit just as hard as the original.
Oh, right, okay. So yeah, that's a no-no. So hitting them with arrows and stuff isn't necessarily good, which means Velda's great for magic at a distance.
Yes.
But you're only 1 turn in 1 round.
Yes.
And few spells.
Yes. And I'm nearly on half hit points. I've taken a hit.
Can we, destroy something to fall on them?
Yeah, that'd be great.
We could try it, yeah.
Well, they're coming outside, so maybe the sky?
No, but lead them into a bit where we can collapse the ceiling somewhere.
So you lead them into one of those garages or something, and then
garages. Love it. I love it so much.
It wasn't me. It was,
Well, just put your camel in the garage, mate.
Someone else did it first. I'm just joining in. All right, we could go down to the garage.
We could go down to the garage. There was a puddle in one of the garages, wasn't there?
There was an
and we were like, oh no. So but the other one is free, so we could.
However, someone needs to go in.
We trap ourselves in with oozy door situations.
We could just.
I'll tell you what. Bubba will sacrifice himself.
Or we can go into.
I'm happy with that.
We can go in there, and then we can go into one of the garages, and then lead them in there. Then go out to the outside, and as they come towards us, then blow it up.
And what we're going to blow up a garage with, like, or collapse the ceiling with. We haven't got anything like that.
I come at you with the idea, not the execution.
Not the execution. So I've got to execute.
I'm an ideas man, not a follower.
Fine. Well, idea me this: there is a fuming sludge in a hole in the ground. Yep. There's one of the green ones just crossed the threshold. That's just crossed the doorway. Bobby, you haven't got anything like door stop or wall of force or like a hold up. Wait a minute, something ain't right kind of spell.
Funnily enough, I've got no doorstops. No, I didn't bring any with me.
That would stop the 3 oozers in the next room coming through.
Unfortunately, that door is also on the ground because Fulton knocked it off its hinges to get in there in the first place.
Whoopsie.
I do have...
Are you the BBEG? You're also the back of the group right now. You're the fighter that's the furthest away from the fight.
Yeah, I do have
I'm coming back.
Flaming Sphere. Which they'd have to crawl through the fire to get out.
I bet that you could just leave that on the doorway. They'll come through. They get cooked a little bit.
Yeah.
That might take out one of them because I think
it's going to stop them coming through.
It's not going to stop them coming through, but they'll get torched on the way through. That's fine. The fuming sludge boy, that probably won't work on. You'd leave that one alone. That probably won't. Fire won't work on that one.
Can it climb out of its pit?
I'm betting yes if it's got a climb speed. So I mean, it'd be amazing if it was just down there. That'd be great. But these things have got like the everything thing. It's like we've got this and we can do this. So I'm betting that it can just climb out. If we could just, have you got like a chunk of earth that we could just put on top of the fuming sludge? Can we just bury it? Have you got instant grave?
Instant grave.
Tip a load of stuff in on top of that boy and just
news from Nestle.
Load of
grave.
Right in cheese on top. Don't dig here.
Hang on, Shania's spell that excavated the dirt where did the dirt go to?
Oh, I think it's an excavation, so the dirt is piled up all around the hole.
So we could bury it.
Just get them all in there and bury them all.
It's going to take a bit of time, mate.
That's one action per square, so 4, and there's 3 of us stood round it, and by that time the green fucking oozes are going to come out. For fuck's sake!
I can make one of them old.
The old sludge.
The old spell. Yeah, I can message one in a dream. Right.
Good. I'm glad you got good spells.
I can make a weapon ghostly, which is great.
No, it's not.
What else can I do? I'm going to do one of these gravity wells, but only lasts for like 2 seconds. That I found out the other day.
Well, talk to us about a gravity well. What does that do?
Gravity well. Well, do you remember we did this in New Caragor? You were like kind of like pulled towards it. You're like, do it, fucking do it. It's fine. Create a sphere of altered gravity. All creatures and unsecured objects in the area move towards the center, depending on their reflex saves. So that's how it works.
The reason the gravity well didn't work so well against the centipedes was that they were already in one end of the room and Caragor was with them. So all it did was basically just throw them and Caragor into the same space in the corner of the room. Like, only moved them a few feet because there wasn't anywhere to go.
Sure.
You've got a bit more space to work here. So if you were to and bearing in mind these oozes are slow. So if your plan is to put distance between you and at some point they're going to stop detecting you. Like, obviously they don't have eyes, so they've got some other way of knowing your presence. Maybe they can sense you through walls, but there's got to be a limit to that because otherwise they would have attacked you the minute you walked in the door. If the idea is to try and get rid of them for a bit so you can get some distance, that's not a crazy plan.
So now Dangerlings, here's the thing. We need to decide together, don't we, if Dan is putting us in a trap or if he's giving a decent suggestion. And we've been away for a while, so I'm not sure.
I mean, to be honest, I think I will trust the DM on this occasion, just because we are all thinking the same thing, like to putting a bit of time and distance between us, just to allow us to regroup and come up with some ideas about how to deal with this. Like, I think the best bet is to go through the garage, which doesn't have a puddle in it, open the doors, get out.
What about this? I could make one faster.
Why don't could you do the gravity well at the bottom of the pit so that they will get sucked into the pit?
It's 120 feet. The area is a 30-foot radius burst. So if I do that, is that going to hit them and is it going to get us? Because we're
if you put it dead center on the Fuming Sludge's little mini grave, then Shania and Caragor might get pulled in.
Yeah.
So you'd have to wait for us to get out before you drop it.
If you were to drop it in the pit now from where you are, it would get the Fuming Sludge would be at the epicenter, so it wouldn't affect that. It would get 2 of the green oozes. It would get Shania, Caragor, and you.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
Mr. Point Blank Black Hole. Every time you do this spell.
I tell you what you could do.
Shall I hold my go? But
no,
can I take a?
You shouldn't hold your go.
I was going to say, because if we all move out the way, then I can cast that.
You need to move back, my friend, because so you need to move back, like down towards where Velda and Fulton are bravely running away.
Well, I can still do that. I can move back with one action, then I've still got 2 actions left, and I can hold
the
my go.
Vanguard, mate. We're the Vanguard.
So I can do that.
Use 2
so it's a 2-action spell. I've got 1 action to move away. So can I do that, Dan? Can I move away and sort of as I'm doing that, go, everybody move out of the way, and then cast, and then hold my go until people are out of the way, and then cast it.
So you can't hold your go midway. That's the only thing. So you'd have to either hold it now, or you can't like do 1 action, hold, then do the other 2 actions.
All right. And what's the order of service here? Like who is?
Your monsters are after you.
After you've got 2 of the green oozes. Then you've got Caragor, then you got the Sludge, then you got another green ooze, then Fulton, then another green ooze, then Velda.
All right, so that's not going to work, is it?
I mean, if you took two move actions to get back and 1 action to blast one of the green boy coming through the door, that hasn't got many hit points left, I remember, because James toasted it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and then we can try and knock that one out.
Try and knock that one out, and then the 3 that are about to come through the door, you can maybe hit them with a gravity well and keep them all. But then again, why are we doing that? Is that going to cause them any damage?
The idea is just to slow it down.
Yeah, keep them in a big messy green little ceiling ball.
Yeah.
And then we could all go through the garage door, I guess. But then in that time, the fuming sludge could come out of its little hole. But anyway, that's all I've got. That's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Maybe if you put the gravity well in the doorway, it'll suck the fuming ooze out the hole.
But do we want that?
I've also got a little paralyze spell, but it only works on one creature.
He would be the epicenter, so as soon as he would crawl out, he would just get sucked back in.
If we get Team Hole to get out of there, and then you can drop that well onto the hole and try and suck them in, and that'll slow them down their pursuit, and we can just hightail it out.
How deep is the hole?
How deep is the hole? How deep is the hole?
I really want to know, 'cause we're living in a sludge of pains.
We're all on fire.
And we don't know what to do.
We just want to wrap up this module.
Dan believes in me.
So I'm going to... See, I've got a real...
Nothing. We did that for you,
There's
Dan.
like an invisible shield sponsored by HP that just absorbed our musical brilliance. Because everyone's dreaming of a land of
Paul
goo.
McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I don't know music.
He's more like Yoko Ono, mate. I tell you what.
We are just flipping around the Beatles, aren't we?
We are.
Just mention George.
It's the title of my second acoustic album, actually. flipping around the Beatles.
I'm flipping around the Beatles.
Another thing you may want to consider. I'll give this one for free because it's been a little while.
George Harrison?
No.
Not Ringo Starr.
Not Ringo.
Not Ringo.
Not even in an emergency.
Do consider George Harrison. That's some good stuff there. No, Gravity Well. There's nothing in the rules that says Gravity Well has to be cast on the ground. It pulls things towards them. There's nothing in the rules that says you can't cast it in the air.
Now, see, what the DM's doing there is he's putting in some information. He wants flying blobs. I don't think flying blobs is... Yeah. How high is the bird? Is it a plane? No, it's death.
How high is the ceiling?
How high does the rain fall? That's a really old school reference there.
So in where you are at the moment, in the courtyard, it is as high as the sky itself. It is
and what's the range on your spell?
30 feet.
So 30 feet.
The highest you could
radius.
pull them.
The radius. What's the range?
The range is 120 feet.
So if you put them in the air, 120 feet, what's the falling damage on that?
It wouldn't get them. That's the trouble. Is it only affects things within 30. You pull it up. You would grab any bird within 30 feet of the epicenter where you put it, but you wouldn't catch the oozes.
Okay, I mean, so Bubba does hate birds, so
it needs to be 30 feet off the ground to get. And what's the falling damage? Is it 5? It's d6 per.
If it's got a radius of 30 feet, then it'll be 15 feet off the ground.
It's half. It's half the falling damage. It's half the distance fallen in hit points. So it'd be 15 points of damage they would take as they fell back down to the ground.
That's kind of nice.
But it's bludgeoning,
and it's bludgeoning, so it wouldn't. It wouldn't split them, and it wouldn't soak them.
What if you put the black hole in the sky above the pit, because then they fall a little bit further.
Also possible. Also worth pointing out,
and they do more damage.
Worth pointing out, the thing about you guys needing to move probably still applies on this, because if you did it from above at the moment, it would lift you, Karagor, and Schneid up, drop all of you in the pit, and then rain oozes on you.
I see no drawbacks.
Right, so move away anyway. That's the first thing you need to do.
Move away,
move away, move away. Dance,
move away, move away.
Okay,
I couldn't move.
So I'm going to use
There's a gravity. Well,
I'm going to use one action to move back out the way. Wherever's good. Where do we think is good on that map?
You want to run over next to Velda?
Velda.
Just quickly, are we leaving out the garage? Is that the overall plan?
Well, it was an idea, wasn't it? But we can't.
Because I think the overall objective should be to leave for a bit.
So you want to go out? You want to go out through the garage?
Through the garage without the block.
Can I cast?
Would you call it garage?
All right, yeah. Can I cast, as I've moved out of the way, can I cast Cozy Cabin around, like, the oozes?
Oh my god! Well, we already know that they can't break windows on their own.
Because, like, why not? And it lasts for 12 hours.
This is amazing.
Wait, hang on. Because I was well on board for the gravity well fuckery, but if you're going to do this, that's 12 hours.
They're not going to be out for 12. Well,
then we can work out a way to drop some shit on them or whatever.
They'll cook their way through. What you should do...
I don't think they can, though.
No,
is we should gravity well them first. Any that survive, put them in the cabin.
Okay, so in that case, if we're going to do that...
But if you put the cabin now, that's going to block the door that all the others were coming through.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so that's more important than putting them in the cabin. It's just giving it, and they won't be able to get through because there is no way around.
Yeah, but we also need to get back in there, don't we?
But Colin can. Apologies. Bubba can cancel that spell whenever he wants, so we can deal with the blobs that are outside.
But Cozy Cabin, if you were to cast it now, wouldn't get the 4 green sludges and the fuming.
No, it wouldn't get them all.
It wouldn't get them all. And that's the point. We need them all together. Gravity well them first. Put them all together. Next round.
Cozy Cabin them up.
Cozy Cabin.
But it would stop them, because what we could do is stop the ones that are coming out the door and then kill the fuming one.
Yeah. Or you could put a Cozy Cabin in the vault. It would probably do some serious damage to the vault, but you could get 3 of them in a Cozy Cabin.
Yeah. Right now, you mean?
Like right now, yeah. There's 3 of them together in the vault, so you could blast it in through the door.
There might still be
some
loot. I feel like we've been destroying a lot of loot.
I feel like I would give them a save. I mean, there's not, like, most of the stuff in that vault has been destroyed by fireballs and things by now. It's a bit of a wreck in there anyway.
Yeah,
I'm going to give them a save against your spell DC if you do this, because it's technically something I think you probably are meant to be. There's no rules for dropping a house on them.
What's it gonna look like? It's crazy, yeah. There's actually no this doesn't take an action as well, Cozy Cabin. I guess it must be.
What's the casting time? Does it?
It does take 1 minute actually. Yeah. So actually no. Yes. Of course. It's not gonna work.
Bollocksed it, haven't we? Eh?
Well, that's 5 minutes of wasted recording time, isn't it?
Get us all excited.
It's almost as if they realise that at some point somebody might be. Can I just cast a house on them?
Yeah.
That's so bad. I was going to call this episode cottaging.
Oh, it's such a shame.
The start of Wizard of Oz, the bad guy, please.
Thanks, Pathfinder.
Okay, so the gravity well plan is still go.
Right, let get out of the go away.
Yes, I've moved. Get out of the way. Someone's getting. I'm out of the way. Right?
All right, now
I just don't know what else to do because I've got nothing else to do. So
how long does gravity well stay there for?
Gravity well is only for 1 round. Man.
Yeah, it's like a force pull.
If he did it now, if he dropped it, no, he can't. Because me and Shania are still on the way, so you got to wait.
What's the range?
It's and again, it's
30-foot radius, but what's the actual range?
120 feet.
So
I can still cast.
It would be viable if you say if you dropped it 30 feet into, like, if you dropped it basically in the back of the vault. You could use it to pull the one that was coming out of the vault back into the vault and pull all the other ones together in there. That's possibly a good use of it. You could target it so it would get the fuming sludge as well, but I don't think you want to pull the fuming sludge out of the pit. I think
not really.
You're pretty happy with it being in the pit at the moment. It depends where you drop the epicenter.
Although, did you hear that? Dan just said that he wants he thinks we want the Fuming Sludge to be where it is, so maybe it's not a good idea that the Fuming Sludge is where it is.
Maybe if the Fuming Sludge comes out the pit, it'll be our friend.
Maybe we need to be...
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So you could just stand here and then yeet that spell in the back there. It would with these boys and go for bump bump.
Yeah, so they would essentially be, but that's not going to. It's only going to hold them for like a second, isn't it? It's not going to do anything else. They can still keep crawling.
It brings them all together.
Yeah, and it buys another round, and then it would do a bit of damage to them.
Can blobs coexist in the same square?
They just land next to each other. They land in this.
It's pity.
And they've already moved over each other because that was my goading last couple of episodes, and they just were fine with that.
Fight.
They didn't fight.
They were like, "No, we're cool, man."
They didn't not even their opposing sides melted or burned each other. They didn't do any damage to each other, did they?
No.
They haven't touched. They haven't touched one another.
They haven't touched each other.
The Fuming Sludge and the Green Sludge have yet to actually come into contact. They're largely ignoring each other. They definitely seem more interested in all of you than they are in each other. But then you've never had a point where they've only been in a room with each other and they don't know that you're there. They've always known you are there, and you are tasting. If you sort of imagine it, because I know you were sort of laying out snacks and things and seeing if they would sort of eat it. The thing is, you are really, really delicious to these creatures. You know, you are like sexy eggs. You are like eggs with some hollandaise and some smoked salmon and eggs. And the things that you threw down are like the eggs Ross eats. That's the comparison there.
Wow, it's been so long and still attacking the eggs. I mean, he just likes plain egg. There's nothing wrong with that. He's a simple man.
Well, these oozes don't. And you guys are anything but plain egg. You're fancy eggs,
You're trying to say these blobs mould themselves after Scott?
Okay, I'll tell you what.
My DNA
okay, let's. I don't know,
sexy
that's
eggs.
A good idea, actually, to be honest.
Sexy eggs.
Have you ever had sexy eggs, Ross?
I haven't ever had a sexy egg.
Have you not?
Usually, I just have the eggs in pots from Waitrose or Tesco.
The eggs in pots.
Yeah.
Eggs in pots.
Today, Ross. Today.
Are we going to spend an entire episode on a single turn?
That's the thing. It has been half an hour.
So tense.
It's crazy.
It's so tense. But I tell you what, smoked salmon and scrambled egg is a
I have that. Christmas Eve.
I'm not a fan of scrambled eggs.
There we go. You have a sexy eggs then.
You don't get to join in.
Scrambled eggs.
You decide your turn. We'll talk about eggs.
I don't think scrambled eggs. I don't think that's sexy.
Depends. Today, Ross, after my run, I had scrambled eggs with spinach, chili flakes, and Tabasco.
Yeah, it's pretty sexy.
I've had scrambled egg with grilled cheese and cubed chorizo.
Good for you. Now listen, we've had a chat about eggs before, and I smashed it last time, so I'm not getting into it. Right? Listen, me and you actually, Scott, we must. Anyway, let's not get into this.
You smash your eggs.
Did I smash your eggs? I'm sorry.
Right, let's
Put the eggs
delete
away,
this episode and then start again. Listen, would if I was to use the spell Shatter on one of these objects, right?
Yeah.
Would that be a good thing? Or I can see Scott shaking his head in my peripheral vision.
It's not an object, but tell me about Shatter.
It's unattended object. High frequency sonic attack shatters a nearby object.
So they're not unattended objects. They're attended by themselves and their hunger to eat you.
Well, all right. It's just I'm going to throw a couple of magic missiles then, because do you know what? Right, I've moved away, and why not?
To be honest, magic is the most effective offense against
10.
These things.
So 14 points of damage
to the Fumi or to the green one.
To the Fumi one.
You can't.
Points on.
Can you see the Fumi? It's down a hole.
Oh, can I see the Fumi? Okay, hold on then. Which one can I see?
You can definitely see the green one behind it.
Dangerlings, it's going on the green one.
It's going on the green one. 14 points of damage. There you are.
There you go. Half an hour for one go. There you go. Here we go. We're getting better.
In the end, magic missile.
Magic missile.
Magic missile. Magic missile.
Go for that. That one's looking pretty rough now. That green one that just came through the door. You've hammered it with a bunch of shots. They don't have a lot of hit points because they've split so many times.
Cool. And we've still got the gravity well for the next round if we all move away and then together.
In your back pocket. Yeah. Right. Let's have so these oozes are going to come crawling up, and can they make it?
Ooze up inside you, finding an entrance where they can.
So, I know that's what it can do, and that's what it is going to do. So it is now time for a couple of the Verundus oozes to take a go. However, something very important has happened. Because Bubba has moved away.
Yeah.
Bubba is no longer the closest person to them and is no longer triggering their tremor sense. In fact, Bubba has moved so far away they can no longer detect Bubba. Karagor is now their nearest person. Is now the only person they can detect. And so both of them, with all of their moves, because they've only got 15-foot movement, so they have to use all 3 actions, they make a beeline for Karagor. They head directly towards him, straight down, which means the first one falls in the pit. Hey! The second one falls in the pit. They literally, because they're not smart enough to know to go around it, they literally just go straight line towards the food. They go straight towards Karagor, and both of them just drop on top of the fuming sludge. And there's just like spitting and cracking just start coming out of it as they all kind of flubber together.
Shania, I wish you were at work for this. It's like putting them in a bag, except they're putting themselves in the bag. They're putting themselves in the bag.
Oh my god, Karagor, it is your go.
So does that mean that all the oozes are now like they can't get to Karagor?
So
basically?
that pit is rapidly filling up.
Yeah,
it's got 3 oozes in it.
It's got 3 oozes. There's one more ooze still out of the pit.
Oh mate, if I'd have stayed, we could have done the thing, couldn't we? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
You still can. Next turn.
Oh, I can next turn. Yeah.
It's still possible. I'm going to give them a bit of damage as well because they're touching this fuming sludge.
I wish I still had my fireball. Damn it.
Yeah, that would
have been sick.
That would have been great, yeah.
Oh my!
But you can never tell what Shania's going to do. You know, she's going to dig a pit and fall over. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
no one did.
No one did.
If I stay there, the final ooze will fall in that pit eventually.
Probably.
But if
it's a gamble.
Oh, are we still being affected by the fumy boy?
You are. So let's get a fortitude save.
I'm going to have to move then because my unconscious girlfriend is taking damage, and I'm not down with that.
It doesn't do damage, but it's. And the fire on Shania has gone out when she fell over, so you don't have to worry about that.
No, total, my fortitude was 26.
A 26, that's a pass. You don't have to worry about that, but you are going to take a little bit of fire damage because you are currently on fire, so you're going to take 1d8 fire damage. You take 7 points of fire damage, and if you can, at the end of your turn, you get to do a flat check, so remember that for the end of it.
What?
So at the end of your turn, you roll a d20, and on a 6,
I don't just have to clear out my apartment.
On a 5, yeah.
The landlord
comes round, hide the cat. No, so basically 15 or higher, you'll stop burning.
Let's do that math. Do that math for me. 7 minus that. I haven't done this in 3 weeks.
You do the math.
You do the math on that. I am going to just...
Not on your phone, Ross.
You know, calculator. Big respect, man. Big respect. Karagor's going to be like, oh, they're all falling down the pit. Oh, feeling woozy. Oh, Shania's fallen over. Right, I'm going to use one action. Can I? Is it one action to heft your misses over your shoulder?
Yeah, that's fine. One action for a misses heft.
Okay, cool. And then I'll take 2 movement actions. I imagine my movement would be reduced if I'm carrying a person, but 2 movement actions away, directly straight down, and that's not going to make any difference. I'll just go to where Bubba and Velda are.
Yep, that's fine. You can make it to. What's your strength is pretty high, isn't it?
It is a total of 19.
19, that's fine. You're not encumbered by carrying Shania, so you can make it all the way back to Philippe.
I'm really glad I'm not encumbered by that because I would never hear the end of that. Oof. Okay.
So there you go. You make your way back. That's not too bad.
And I imagine I don't really have any actions left, do I?
You do not, I'm afraid.
I was trying to get it to 12 actions this game. Apparently, last game I took 9 actions, so I'm doing my best to get a 15 out of it.
It's taking things out of your pack and throwing, but it was kind of like, well, it's flavour. You know, you're throwing stuff. It's like one action to take stuff out, one action to throw it. We're not going to pick all of the different throws. There's different things. It's it's flavour. And as we know, Karagor is the mayor of Flavour Town, so we're going to allow that.
Karagor was throwing flavour from his backpack.
It's all like licorice.
Yeah.
So in that case, the sludges, the Vrundus oozes, they've taken a bit of damage from falling in there.
How deep is the pit? Did you say?
5 feet.
How deep is the pit?
How deep is your pit? Rapidly filling with blobs.
As you look back at the pit, turning around, you just see a pair of just flaming dark chemical-like sludgy bits just come flobbing up over the top of the pit as it starts to pull itself slowly. The tar-like substance crawls slowly out of the pit. The fuming sludge, it seems, can climb.
Oh, they're going to form like Voltron now.
Yeah, right.
I love the word flobbing. Doesn't really sound good. Flobbalob. Hello, flobbalob.
Oh, you're really quite cute.
Oh, flobbalob.
So it is now having flobbed its way up. It takes aim at Bubba, and it ejects and it's going to do eject glob.
Eject glob.
Yes, it's going to flob all over you.
Flob and glob.
Lobber glob.
It's just getting Mr. Blobby again, isn't it?
Blobby.
No, it's more like Bill and Ben. Bill, where they go flobber lobber lob.
Oh, yeah. They
But
still
did you
have
nearly sing Bill and Ben to the tune of Enya?
No, it's Bill and Ben, the flower pot man. Bill and Ben, the flower pot man.
In your early 30s, how do you know the Bill and Ben? Because that's not the original Bill and Ben.
They brought them back, didn't they? For a
Did they bring
while?
him back?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm an adult.
That's because you
Without
yeah.
children as Rossies. How did you know they brought him back?
I just know, man.
Poddington peas as well.
Oh,
Down at the bottom of the garden, amongst the birds and the bees.
This is the episode where not much happens.
Poddington peas. See?
What's your vibe?
Colin,
sweet pea.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Because I shot you down with a glob of glue, you stupid bird. 23 to hit.
23 to hit against the armor class.
Yeah.
It's 23.
Beats.
That was closer than it should have been for that smack talk. I really should have been sure of myself.
Yeah, you really should have been, man. Yeah.
You get hit by a glob of chemical goo that splatters
baby.
over you. You take 15 points of damage.
All right.
You catch fire.
Yeah.
And you are encumbered.
Okay.
As it starts to cool around you. It starts
Jesus.
It's called the Blubbington peas.
Oh my god.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're clumsy one, you take a 10-foot penalty.
You clumsy one.
Yeah, you're the clumsy one on fire with minus 15 health.
Isn't Glob the name of the deity from Adventure Time?
Oh my glob, you guys!
Yeah, no, well,
I haven't watched that.
I think it is.
Never watched Adventure
Thingy
Time.
Prince.
Nah, it's one of those things I need to get involved in, but I've not smashed it yet.
Sugar.
I'm sorry.
What was her name?
Oh, the little purple
Princess? Sugar
Plum. Sugar plum.
Sugar.
Oh my god, you guys!
Yeah, that one.
Oh my
yeah.
glob! Yeah, guys!
It then starts moving forwards towards you very slowly. Doesn't get to any of you, but it just starts crawling across towards you. Okay, we go to the Verundus Ooze. The one in the one that's in the vault is going to it can just detect you. It just knows you're there, which means you know what it's doing. It's going in the pit.
Yay! We need a sound effect like a sort of Las Vegas ding-ling-ling-ling-ling, like that sort of thing. It's in the pit.
It falls in the pit. That's its whole go. Fulton Battlestone.
I mean,
Just 1 second, sorry.
oh
My God! We don't need a sound effect, James.
No, there was a timeout. I'm really sorry, something went right up my nose at that point.
Let's just Foley that, and every time they fall in the pit, it's just James.
That blobs out the pit. I can do that.
blob.
Whoa. Shake my hand.
I'm going to stand in line with the pit, as in like. I'm still going to be at the distance I am at the moment, but just stand in line with the pit so that they can, go. If there's any more, are the ones in the back?
There's only one now that is not in the pit. There's only one of the green oozes that's not in the pit yet.
Yeah. I'll wait.
And the fuming sludge is out the pit.
Fuming sludge is out of the pit and pretty close to all of you.
The
fuming sludge is.
I didn't realise.
The fuming one's the one we need to worry about right now.
I'm sickened as well. I forgot about that.
I think that will pass because you're no longer in the gas. So don't worry.
good.
So you can take sickened off.
Boop. Boop.
Do you want to sneeze again? Are we doing sound effects? What's happening now?
Oh, do I go over to it and just smack? Or are we running away? What are we doing? Are we running away?
We
Well,
come
I'm on
mate.
fire right now,
we
so-
talked for half an hour about leaving. Why are you asking? Why are you doing this to us?
Why are you asking?
Why are you asking?
I'm going to run over to the garage that we already opened that hadn't got anything in it.
Yep.
Let's call it the escape garage.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to that garage and open the door.
Okay, that's fine. I believe the door's still open because you
I'm
didn't. You
gonna
shut
go-
the door to the other one. But
Okay.
I don't know how far I can get.
I don't think we opened the door to the outside though.
No, you
Yeah.
didn't.
No, yeah.
I can.
So,
yeah.
You can get about halfway into that garage if you use all 3 move actions.
Yeah, I'll go halfway towards the door.
Fulton,
Come on, guys! Let's get out of here!
Fulton runs off through the garage, which means it is the final Verundus Oozes go, the only one that's not in the pit. It detects you, which means you're ready with some sound effects there. It goes in the pit. Oh, horrible. Which it's Velda's go. You've got a Fuming Sludge. So first things first, I need a Fortitude save because the Fuming Sludge is getting up in your business. It's not in melee with you yet, but you are within its aura. The choking cloud is around you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so what spell? Sorry, what
It's
DC
a
is it?
Fortitude.
Here we go. Fortitude. Oh, it's on the line.
It's on the line.
Oh, it's this table. Oh, it's even better. That is a 22.
22.
No, sorry, a 27.
A 27.
Hey.
That 27 is a success. You're okay.
Splendid. I'm all right.
Just so we all know, there was a dice tray equidistant from where James chose to roll that die.
Yeah, it's on the wrong side.
There are also 2 dice towers within reach of him on the sofa. But there are so many ways he could have rolled that die.
Dan, do you mean the dice towers where you discarded them over there? It's not even facing the right way. I mean, come on now. I'm going to roll it on the incredibly loud clickety-clackety table.
It reminds me of like episode 1.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
The Phantom
really
Menace.
Did. It really did. When it landed in the thing, I was like, oh yeah,
It's the
this
same
table.
table,
It's the
isn't it?
same
Yeah.
table.
You don't deserve to have passed that save with such terrible dice etiquette, but you have. So what would you like to do?
I would like
Probably
to
cast some sort of water spell on your mate, to be honest, isn't it? But
Don't really.
Nah, just-
water spell.
I'm joking. You do.
Wait, actually, does being
No.
encumbered mean you can't cast spells, Bubba?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
No, it doesn't affect your spells.
So you are fine.
You're all
James,
right. You
concentrate on doing damage. Leave Bubba alone.
Now,
Yeah, but I can't. I mean, I'm going to be on fire if I cast that spell.
Yeah,
I
we're all
can't
on
put
fire. Go
myself
over
out.
it.
Walk it off.
Well, speaking of that, quickly, Scott, roll us a d20.
Okie dokie. Flat check, yeah.
Yeah,
That's it's a 19. on the
19,
die.
you stop burning. We're not all on fire.
Scott.
Bubba is on fire.
Sorry, I speak from the non-fiery privilege there.
Sorry,
My
just
bad.
to stick up for James a little bit. Scott also didn't use a dice tray. So.
yeah.
I rolled it on my piece of paper covering the cracks, therefore ensuring that I would always get a balanced die.
Oh, I see what you're doing there, actually. Yeah, James, you fucked up.
Yeah, I fucked up. Although I am learning because I'm about to roll this on my sheet.
Oh,
Without
but-
saying what you're going to do.
Yeah, I know because I keep trying to say it.
You're going to wait and you be like, oh, they're all ones. I better
You
not.
keep being like, no, sorry, I'm talking to Scott. And I'm like, okay, it's my go.
Come on, what are you
Here we go,
Can I
here
do
we
a
go.
knowledge arcana check? I've already done it on this thing, but on the Fuming Ooze, please.
on the
to get-
fuming.
Yes.
We did actually do it on the fuming. What do you want to know about it?
We did. I
'Cause
just want to know its resistances.
Its resistances, I can just tell you that. That's fine.
Okay,
you
that's fine.
passed
I did.
a knowledge check on it last time, so
Very
I'll
nice,
recap that for you. So its immunities are critical hits, fire, mental, piercing, precision, slashing, unconscious, and visual. It has a weakness to cold.
Right.
Is it time to bring back Ray of Frost?
It might be time to bring back Ray of Frost. I've got another one because it's going to be useless against the others, and it's an acid arrow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cast acid arrow at that thing because
Very nice.
it is effective.
Yep.
What's the damage on acid arrow?
Acid arrow is, for flip's sake,
And vulnerable means it takes double the damage?
No, cold. It's got cold 5, so it takes an extra 5 points of damage from cold. But
what's
not acid.
the damage from Rare Frost? Just basically compare the two. D4.
I don't think I've actually got it. No, I haven't got it. I haven't got it.
You got rid of Ray Frost.
Yeah, I got rid of Ray Frost a long time ago because electric arc is what I replaced it with. Because actually, electric arc is better than Ray Frost.
Do you swap out cantrips?
Yeah, you've got to swap out cantrips. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, it wasn't an innate one. It's just the one I settled on. But yeah, I long ago swapped out.
Oh my god!
It's electric arc.
Normally, a sensible thing to do. Electric arc is one of the best spells in Pathfinder, but
not right now.
It would have to be now.
Yeah. It's because we were listening to old episodes with Ray Frost. That's what they can do. I think.
What is the damage on Acid Arrow?
Acid Arrow. I'm going to click on my little screen here. That will do, on a hit, it does 3d8 of acid damage plus 1d6 persistent acid damage.
Okay, so even with the vulnerability, it's better than the Ray of Frost.
It's pretty good. Although the Ray of Frost will be heightened now, so it does do a little bit more damage than it used to in the old days.
2d4.
Right, so now, first of all, I've got a hit with this damn thing, so...
Come on.
There we go. It's on the line. So that would be my spell attack. Yes.
It would be.
So that is a 23.
23 is a hit.
Yay! Never used to hit with Acid Arrow. That's fantastic. So 3d8 acid damage and then 1d6 persistent acid damage. Here we go.
So
we've got... Oh, that's not great. That is 7. Oh, man. 7, 8, 9, 10. And
don't give me the persistent yet. We roll that on its turn. Just keep that in the bag for when it has its go.
Yes.
Remind me. So
how much? Sorry,
how much damage?
That was 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And then with his remaining move, he runs into the garage and says, come on, we've got 21 seconds to go. Come on, 21 seconds to go.
Now, can you say the rest of that song?
No, because then he broke into 21 seconds to go. So there you go. What have you done? Scott, stop undermining
Scott's just trolled me like
while I'm doing my... Frankly, I thought you'd be a bit more impressed that I knew a little bit of garage. Scott's just trolling Colin with a silent... twisted up cable blade.
I didn't need to bring attention to it. Now everyone knows. Well,
you just sort of made a mess of it and then apologetically put it on Colin's face. Like Kaplan, Colin's cat isn't in here, so Scott is playing Colin's cat. Yeah. And I did that. Sorry.
It was quite fun though.
We should have got Kaplan to play Shania.
Yeah. It would have just been like this.
Well, I mean, Shania is unconscious, so Kaplan could be the unconscious breath of Shania.
I'll go and get him in a minute. Kaplan is my cat, if you don't know this, by the way, Dangerlings.
Oh, I love it. Right, we're back around. Bubble Von Hoops, it's your go. First things first, let's get a fortitude save.
A fortitude save. It's pretty good. It's like 30. Hang on,
that's fine. It's a save. There's no crit save on that one. So that's a save. The fumes don't affect you, which is good because they would have stopped you from being able to stop burning. You take only 1 point of fire damage from the fire.
Well, that's not bad, is it?
That's all right. That's the best outcome that could have had.
Yeah, right.
So remember, the aura of the fuming sludge basically means you don't get your flat check to stop burning at the end of the turn. So it's if you fail that fortitude save, you start taking a lot of fire damage. But you're fine. You're okay on that. You get to make the roll. But first, you get a go. What's going on?
All right. So are we far enough away from this oozy ooze? For if I was to cast this thing in the pit, would it be pulled back towards it?
It would be. It would certainly pull it away from you. I mean, bear in mind, that ooze at least can climb out of the pit.
Yeah,
because it did before. But it would slow it down.
Yeah.
Could you do the airborne ooze thing though?
That's what he's doing.
That's what I was thinking.
It's going to take some damage.
He's already on it, James. That's what he's doing.
All right.
So let's do it.
Let's don't mess with his cables.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. Let's cast that in the sky.
Yeah.
Right. Just far enough away from everybody else that it's going to get the ooze, or ooze is plural.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you can do that.
Cool. And the gang.
It's a 30-foot range, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fine. So the only thing is, how many actions is it to cast?
2.
That's fine. You might want to use one of your actions to take a couple of steps back. Because if you're going to put it over the pit, you're in range of that at the moment.
All right.
Just take
can I get to the even though I'm on fire, right? Can I get to the garage where everyone else is?
Yeah, that's fine. You go to the kind of the doorway of it so you can still see.
Yeah.
And then you throw the gravity well.
I'll get there, throw the gravity well. I'm still on fire, so...
This is tremendous. All right, first thing, give me your flat check to see if you stop burning.
Is it just like...
It's just a D20. On a 16 or higher, you stop burning.
No.
19. Oh, was it not that?
Mate,
No, flat check means
I didn't see it.
You rolled
2.
it.
It was a majestic push of the fingers. And you looked at the die.
Honestly, from this angle, I didn't see. What was it?
It was 2.
It was a
2, wasn't it? I
was
thought
a
it was
3.
2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, all right. No, I did not.
Although I loved it. I love that. I think you should have that for the. So you were just like,
I literally just went to move it to slide it, and obviously I rolled it with
your fingertips.
All right,
okay, I didn't make it.
Let's find out how how all of the oozes do.
Floating oozes.
The floating oozes. All right, give me what's the so it's rolling against your spell DC. Tell me what kind of save is it? Is it a fortitude?
Oh, do you know what? I haven't got it up here, mate.
Let's get it.
What was it called again?
It's called Gravity Well.
Gravity.
It's a great book by Thomas Pynchon.
All right, got it. Here we go. It is yeah, it's a reflex save.
That's good because their reflex is bad. So let's go for the important one then. I'm not going to bother rolling for the Verundus oozes. They all get pulled up in the air. They get dropped back down in the pit. They're already in the pit. Let's roll for the big guy. Let's roll for the Fuming Sludge. Reflex save.
That was nice.
It's like a kettle.
Natural one.
Hey! Critical failure. The creature moves 30 feet towards the center.
Okay, so it moves 30. The creature is dragged 30 feet up into the air.
Sick.
And then dropped back down into the pit, which, because it's a 5-foot pit, is a 20-foot drop. It is dropped down into the pit. Oh, God, so many tokens stacked up on top of each other. It takes 20 points of damage as it falls into the pit. And it's still alive.
Oh!
Okay, now.
Still alive.
But it's in the pit.
It's like soggy Tetris, this, isn't it?
So gross. It's so gross.
That's popcorn, not Tetris.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not...
That is on Tetris.
That's popcorn.
Yeah, it's on Tetris.
No, it's not.
No, Tetris.
Yeah, it is.
Hey!
I bet.
Do you remember the single they released on that?
No.
It's crazy. They made like
Popcorn.
a really pop sort of... No, on Tetris, the song from Tetris.
Really?
Yeah, they made like a cheesy sort of Too Unlimited-esque,
I think that was
I remember that. Techno version of it.
Because it was huge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's huge. It was so much fun linking up. I got the original Game Boy with my sister at the same time at Christmas, and we played Link Up Tetris.
It's amazing.
Oh, that was so much fun. So much fun. Yeah,
Right, what's going on with these other ones?
The ooze plunges into the pit on top of all of the other oozes and takes a load of damage. All the other oozes rain down. They take a load of damage as well. Crucially, the reason I haven't been rolling too much for the green oozes is when they take their go, they do not get out of the pit. Because a specific thing said about Verundus oozes in their description is they cannot climb.
Okay.
It is a trait unique to them. They are completely incapable of climbing. Which, if you think back to how you found them hanging from the rafters, gives you an idea of the horrible death of the people that turned into them. They climbed into the rafters to try and get away from whatever this gas was that was turning them, and then they got transformed while they were up there. Poor guys. But now they're all stuck. All 4 of them are stuck in a pit, and it's basically it's just full of green sludge just rippling there. This horrible well. But you do know the fuming one can get out, and it will have a go, but it won't have a go until Caragor Onefang has a go. So what's the plan?
Oh, crikey. I didn't think a turn was going to come around for old Caragor. Let me see now. We're leaving, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, still on fire, but we're leaving.
Kind of want to kill the Fuming Sludge boy.
Yeah, it's probably
He's
best, isn't
still
it?
a threat.
It's only just going to follow us.
So
down the
also, Philippe is right next to you, so Philippe can take Shania if you like. If you want anything that use both hands, that's literally his job.
That is a great idea. It's a great show.
Yeah, nice.
I'm going to take a lot of damage if I wade back into combat with Fuming Sludge boy. What if Philippe just goes and fights instead? I take Shania.
Yeah. When Drum comes back, sorry, mate.
I mean,
Philippe's
you remember, he must be nearly dead. So you don't have to be the one that fights this.
The Fuming Sludge or Shania or me?
The Fuming Sludge.
Or
I think you're probably best off withdrawing because I've still got some magic, but Bubba's still got some magic. We could take this guy from range. We've only got to deal with the one now.
still on fire.
How far away is Fuming Sludge Boy from all of us?
Okay.
My friends.
Fuming Sludge from you is 50 feet away. Fuming Sludge from the nearest other person is Bubba, who is 40 feet away. He's in the doorway. So everyone else is kind of running out through the doorway at the moment. You are kind of at the very back of the over by the wagons and Philippe. So it will probably go for Bubba.
Have you guys got blasty spells for it?
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Fulton?
I'm opening the door.
He's getting out.
Which is a good thing. Just leave. You're not suited for this fight. I know it's difficult for Caragor to walk away from a fight, but
Never lost fight to man base.
You're not losing fight. You're withdrawing from a fight with your missus. You're saving your missus.
Don't talk. No, don't. What? Hang on. The Fuming Sludge Boy doesn't split with arrows, does it?
No, it doesn't. It is immune to piercing damage. So it takes no damage.
I am going to... Immune to piercing, but what if...
Yeah.
What if I threw...
It's not hidden in the pit as well. You've got line of sight on it because it's now standing on top of 4 fucking green slimes.
What if I threw...
Right.
One of my light hammers at it?
Does it have the thrown trait?
The light hammers do specifically have the thrown trait.
What's
thrown
the range?
agile.
What's the range on them? I think the range is probably...
I don't know what the range is.
I think the range is probably
50 feet is a long way.
50 feet is... Yeah, I'd have to take a move. No, I'd have to move up to it and then throw it and then move back. Did someone just fart?
Is it worth it?
It's Dan's chair.
It's Dan's chair.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
It depends if I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Hey!
20 foot range. So
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to move.
you would have enough to move up within range, throw it, and then move back.
No, I'm just going to take my fiery girlfriend and walk away from the fight.
Okay. All right.
No, don't like it.
This
This is Velda. This isn't me losing it though. I'm doing tactics.
No. Yes. Exactly. And don't worry. Don't look. And gesture. Velda gestures to the door behind. We've got to get through this.
You can wrap
We've got to
something
get
up.
through this.
We've got to take Shania through this.
We've got to get through this.
I said you've got to get through this.
Yes, got to get through this.
You've got to get through this.
You can wrap a shroud around me or something. I'm still fighting.
Drop and roll. Drop and roll.
I can't. It's not my go.
Can I go over? Wait. Can I take a move action? Go over to Bubba
with your light hammer
and put
smack him out
and use Shania to roll Bubba over like a pastry.
So you can, by using 2 actions, you can reduce Bubba's DC to a DC 10 flat check. If you go over and just spend 2 actions, so if you could move up to him, start patting the flames out, and when it's his go, it'll lower the DC for the check.
Yeah, 1 action. And
Thanks, everyone. I'm glad you came to that decision yourselves.
Yeah, you weren't making a big fuss about it though, mate. You should have spoken up about it.
But the thing is, Colin, when this airs, the Dangerlings will hear a constant sound of a crackling fire behind everything that's going on.
God.
We don't have that benefit. We forgot you're on fire. I know. I'm sure you're going to make it perfectly clear that you'd be like,
I know we're going long, but we're so close.
I mean, thank you.
Right, okay. So you move over, you pat Bubba a little bit. The sludge takes a round to climb out. It's go, and the sludge then is going to try and it's going to make a beeline, a sludge line towards all of you. It gets right up next to Caragor and Bubba, right up close to them, but uses all of its movement, so it has no actions to attack with. Unfortunately, all it can do is get up close to it, and it takes some acid damage. James, would you like to roll some acid damage?
Oh yeah,
some acid damage.
Acid damage. Oh, it's a 1.
James,
I know. Man. Sorry.
But it fails to recover from the persistent damage, so it takes another 1 point, all chipping away.
Slowly.
Yeah. The ooze is still in the pit, doesn't move. Fulton, what are you doing?
I'm going over to the door and unlocking it.
Okay, you go to the door, you open the door, it just opens. It's not locked, it opens out.
I push it out.
Yeah.
And I go out onto the street and go, bloody hell! There'll be a time of fucking sludge here! Fucking sludge in my fucking hair!
You run out into the street.
What time of day is it, Dan?
What time of day is it? It's in the middle of the day.
All right, so cool.
Yeah. The people are like, people start
Run for your fucking lives! We're all gonna die!
Unbelievable. I'm going to say Philippe jumps straight in.
To the pit.
Yeah.
What?
Philippe jumps into combat because Shania is in danger.
He jumps in the pit.
He scores a hit and does some more damage to the sludge. Does decent damage actually. Batters it with his fists. Bubba, it's your go. First of all, let's give you a little bit of have some fire damage.
All right, thanks, mate.
There you go. Have 5 points of fire damage.
Cheers, bro.
And let's have a fortitude save because you're inside of the muck.
Yeah, all right. Just give me a sec. 30.
Did I finish my go inside of the Fumy?
You did because you're next to Bubba.
Do you want me to make a fortitude save?
Only when it's your go.
26.
26. It's pass.
Nice one.
Have you go.
All right.
You are in melee combat with this thing. It is right next to you, and remember, it does have attack of opportunity.
So if I run out of the way, it's gonna.
It will get an attack on you.
But it might not hit you.
Might not hit you.
It might not hit me. No. I'm losing points like a motherfucker. So let's.
It looks pretty battered. I mean,
does
it's taken
it?
a bunch of hits. Like the thing is, you've been pulling it away from you, then hitting it a bunch more times, then doing the same. So it's taken a lot of damage getting this close to you.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, but if I stay there, I'm fucked. I know you could probably take it out, won't we? If in this round, I guess.
You and Caragor both have a go before it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Is Velda ready to go? Is he?
No, hang on. I missed Velda. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I gave Philippe a go instead of Velda. Velda, do you want to take a go?
I mean,
Take a go.
that's pretty good stats, to be honest.
Yeah,
if Philippe goes
on the whole.
Yeah, go on, Veldy Velds. You go first.
Veldy Veld. Right, okay. Now, what I think I might do is, because this thing, how bad is it looking in blob terms?
It's looking battered. Like
it's
looking pretty battered, isn't it?
You've hit it a bunch of times.
In that case, I would like to cast...
Run off.
I'd just like to leave.
You shut the door and go, there's no time!
How far? Yeah. I've got to get through this. How far away am I from the blob?
You are 5, 10, 15, 20 feet from the blob.
20 feet from the blob. Then I unleash an electric arc. Now...
Yeah.
It's 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. Now, what the flip is that again?
It's 4.
4, that's right.
Ability modifier would be your intelligence.
Yeah.
Yes, 4. Good. It's been a while. In that case, it is heightened 3, so it's 3d4.
3d4 plus
3d4 now.
It's a reflex save, isn't it?
It is a basic reflex.
Basic reflex. That is a 16, which is a fail.
Yes. All right, then, so... well, that's not bad, actually. 6, 7, 8, 12.
Minus 12. You hit it for 12 points of damage. You crackle lightning over it. It shudders and shakes. It is still moving.
Blobby bitch! And then he backs off 10 feet down into the garage.
Yep. You run off into the garage.
I'll get through this.
Now it's Bubba's go. You've already taken the damage. You've already made your save. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to blast some magic missiles, but I only use 2 of my actions,
Okay,
and then I'm
no
going to
problem.
use 1 action for you.
Okay.
To move away. 15 points of damage!
15 points of damage. You hammer magic missiles into the chemical ooze as it's rearing up behind you, and you just rip it to pieces with bolts of magic missile. As you destroy it, Caragor falls on you and is able to put out the fire, pat it out as you crash on the floor. You look up, you see the other oozes are restrained within the pit. They're not coming to get you. You all kind of look up, feeling like, oh, maybe we've done this, and you hear the sounds of panic from outside of Fulton screaming in the street. And that is where we leave it for tonight.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Seeing as I didn't have to move, I've got 1 action left. I'm just going to shoot 2 missiles into the air. Just in celebration, like, yeah!
Thought you were going to say at Fulton.
Right.
You hit some birds.
Yeah, that's what I aim for. Yeah. Couple of birds.
Love it.
Well, hello there, Dangerlings. James Foxy Lockhart here, letting you know that the time is soon, the time is near, the time is here to let you know that this week's episode was made possible by our patrons. Oh, we love them. And especially to our Dangerling of the Week, Stu Jackson. What a guy, what a man. We love you, Stu. Thank you so much for your support. To get your name on the show, go to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast. You know it makes sense.
So fuck, guys. So fuck you. You go on adventures without me? So fuck, I just went into the toilet for like, I don't know, 2, 3, 5 days. You know, I had this gastro terrible stuff, you know? Like, there's no, I mean, I call you pieces of shit, there was no pieces. It was just like a fucking, you know, a puddle. Yeah, just kept draining out of me. I feel very dehydrated, so maybe, I don't know. Anyone got any water? Okay. Fuck you all.